I'm just gonna get everything set up for the for live. Yeah. So today's live, we are going to be. Sorry, I'm gonna get you guys in close to me. So today's live, we are going to be talking about Percy Jackson. We are going to be talking about me. We're going to be talking about what the future holds for my channel and what you should be expecting to see. So, and we're also going to be talking about what I'm doing. So I am currently crocheting a cardigan for a friend of mine. I have the first part started. Let me try not to ruin it. But I have the first part started right here. Beautiful work, might I say. Yeah, so this live is just going to mainly be talking Percy Jackson and what I like about it, but also just kind of like sharing headcanons or theories or stuff like that. I have dogs, so hello. I have dogs, so if you hear any noises in the background, it is because I have dogs. So we're gonna talk about Percy Jackson. One of my favorite things that a lot of people say is they're like, "What's that?" Or "Is that a baseball player?" Oh, thank you so much for the compliment. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard about Percy Jackson, I actually thought that he was a baseball player because of I thought he was a baseball player because like Jackie Robinson, yeah. But I started reading The Sea of Monsters. I read that, I want to say like sometime in 7th grade, long ago. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to like this because of Greek mythology. I opened up the book and I saw the chapters and I knew that it was going to be meant to be. And by the time I was done with that book, I walked out to my family and I said, I need the whole set. And I'm going to admit to you guys, I fear that I have committed a crime. It's been over a year since I've started my Percy Jackson phase. I haven't read all 5 books. I haven't. I seriously haven't. I'm only on book 3, which I think is the Titan's Curse. But I've been on social media for so long, and I've been in the fandom and the edit community for so long that I got spoilers. So, FYI. I just personally, I love Percy Jackson. I think it's because I like it because in the book, spoiler, in the books, he talks about how being a half-blood is hard because in the human world, he sees things and hears things that people don't. And I think that kind of relates to how a lot of us have our own fantasies and our own different worlds that we live in, and we're all different from each other, which I like a lot. And so with Percy Jackson, I kind of I just kind of like it. I think one of the big reasons I love Percy Jackson so much is just because it's funny. It's funny, and so I'm gonna ask chat, I'm gonna ask you guys an opinion, okay? Okay? I'm going to ask the biggest question ever. What is your opinion on the most recent Percy Jackson show that they put out? Like, I want your honest opinions. I personally, I like it. I know that there's been a big controversy about the casting and the actors and how they don't look alike in the book. And so I just want everybody's opinion on the show of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, because I know that we are getting a season 2 in December. Yippee! And season 3 has already been confirmed. But I just want, like, a lot of your opinions on that book. Not the book, the show. I want your opinions. Because from what I've heard about Percy Jackson and all that, is that the movies, from what I've heard at least, the movies suck. I don't know if that's a true thing or not. But yeah, this is also going to be just kind of like a get to know me. My name is Serenity. I have 6 cats and 4 dogs. I love Percy Jackson. My favorite type of music is country music. My favorite color is emerald green. And my favorite number is 3. And my favorite book of all time is Percy Jackson. Whoop whoop. If you know, you know. I just want everyone's opinion on the show, honestly, the Percy Jackson show, and stuff like that, because it's like, here's my take on it. I've seen a lot of Reddit posts and comments on the Percy Jackson show about how people are kind of upset because the show doesn't match, the way that the characters are or the way that they look or are described in the books. And my personal opinion is this. It's because, like, a lot of people, like, the big controversies were in the show, like the Percy Jackson show, which is on Disney Plus. The cast member that plays Annabeth, Leah Jeffries. So the person who plays Annabeth in the Percy Jackson show is black. And I think that's one of the biggest hot takes and controversies on the Percy Jackson show, is that people just are like, this is not Annabeth and this. My thing is I would rather prefer somebody or an actor that fits a character so well and have them not look like the character. Like, if that makes sense. Because it's like, a good character and a good person who knows how to act and knows what they're doing and can act out the character that they're representing in a movie or a TV show, and they can act it out and they can make it good, that to me that's peak gold, that's peak amazingness, and all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, I do feel like that there were a lot of missing pieces in season 1. Like, I feel like a lot of there was only 8 episodes, but I feel like it didn't cover everything in the book. Now, I personally think I just rushed through watching Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and I think I rushed through it and stuff, and I didn't quite think about it or pay attention. But what do you guys think? Like, do you think it followed book 1 at all? Do you think it didn't? Do you think that the Percy Jackson show represents the first book well enough, or do you think there were too many parts that were cut, too less episodes? I just want to know your opinion on the show versus the books. So, you know, um, just seeing like, just kind of seeing, just kind of seeing what people think. Yeah. I'm gonna be right back, okay? I am gonna be right back, and I am going to go get the Percy Jackson books. You guys are gonna die. You guys are gonna die when you see that I don't have the matching Percy Jackson set of the books. I'm deeply, deeply sorry. Here is a peek at my bookshelf. I have the books here. I have 1, 2, and 3 of this set, and then I have 3 again, and then I have 4. I read these books a lot, and then I have just someone too. So I'm gonna grab the first 3 books right now. Okay, got the first 3 books, just having them here to, just to, I don't know, be like, catch people's eyes. So, let me give you a second, yeah? Alright, so we're gonna look at, the first book. Smells like a book. So let's see, how many pages does this have? Because a lot of the big pages are, I think, so what I love is this book has almost 400 pages. So, yeah, Sea of Monsters. So, what I'm gonna do for you guys who are jumping in and have not yet read Percy Jackson, I'm just gonna read the back of the book off to you guys. So, Percy Jackson is about to be kicked out of boarding school again. And that's the least of his troubles. Lately, mythological monsters and the gods of Mount Olympus seem to be walking straight out of the pages of Percy's Greek mythology textbook and into his life. And worse, he's angered a few of them. Zeus's master lightning bolt has been stolen, and Percy is the prime suspect. Now, Percy and his friends have just 10 days to find and return Zeus's stolen property and bring peace to a roaring Mount Olympus. But to succeed in his quest, Percy will have to do more than catch the true thief. He must come to terms with the father who abandoned him, solve the riddle of the oracle, which warns him of betrayal by a friend, and unravel a treachery more powerful than the gods themselves. So when you open, I don't know how many, so, question for my Percy Jackson people out there, is Heroes of Olympus connected to Percy Jackson? Editing question. Then you open it up and you get the table of contents. And I flipping love this table of contents. Like, look at that. like, look at this. I love this book. I don't know if Heroes of Olympus is connected to this, because I'm hearing that there's like 5 or 6 other books I need to read. So, if you know, please tell me. First off, can we just honor how significantly look at how significantly smaller book 2 is. Like, this is book 1 with like 370 pages, and then this is book 2. And book 2 has book 2 has book 2 officially has 279 pages. So, like, this has 100 more pages. So, for the back of book 2 book 2 is Sea of Monsters. Percy Jackson's 7th grade year has been surprisingly quiet. Not a single monster has set foot on his New York prep school campus. But when an innocent game of dodgeball among Percy and his classmates turns into a death match against an ugly gang of cannibal giants, things get, well, ugly. And the unexpected arrival of his friend Annabeth brings more bad news. The magical borders that protect Camp Half-Blood have been poisoned by a mysterious enemy, and unless an antidote is found, the only safe haven for demigods will be destroyed. In this fresh, funny, and wildly popular follow-up to The Lightning Thief, Percy and his friends must journey into the Sea of Monsters to save their camp. But first, Percy will discover a stunning new secret about his family, one that makes him question whether being claimed as Poseidon's son is an honor or simply a joke. And then I just got Titan's Curse. I got this for Christmas. So yeah, I got this for Christmas and all kinds of stuff like that. When Percy Jackson receives an urgent distress call from his friend Grover, he immediately prepares for battle. He knows he'll need his powerful demigod allies at his side, his trusty bronze sword, Riptide, and a ride from his mom. The demigods race to the rescue to find that Grover has made an important discovery: 2 powerful half-bloods, whose parentage is unknown, but that's not all that awaits them. The Titan Lord Kronos has set up a devious trap, and the young heroes have just fallen prey. Hilarious and action-packed, this 3rd adventure of the series finds Percy faced with his most dangerous challenge yet: the chilling prophecy of the Titan's Curse. Like, look at how beautiful that cover art is. Like, the cover art, might I add? Like, the cover art for these books is gorgeous. So far, book 1 is, like, the biggest. Like, this one... Book 2 is so far the smallest of the ones I have. I think. I don't know. Alright, so... here we go. Alright, so I am, unfortunately, I'm sorry guys, I have to go in like 5 minutes, so I'm gonna keep chatting until about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna have to go. So, I hope that you guys are gonna have a great day. Thank you so much for the people that did tune in live. I thank you very much for your support. If you liked this live at all or anything like that, please, please, please share, like, subscribe, get the word out, and I will get back to you guys. I don't have a live schedule yet, so I personally don't know how that's gonna go or what's gonna happen there. I'm gonna try to finalize a live schedule, but I don't have any of that right now. Alright, bye lovies. It was so nice seeing you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Bye bye.